Alright YouTube, I have resurrected my Ensoniq SQ80 that I got in the late 1980s. The battery went bad. Just posted another video about how you put in the battery, just kind of an overview of that. Anyway, so I'm back in operation. So I'm in this band and we're doing a bunch of songs from the 1980s. So one of the songs we're doing is Let's Go by the Cars. It's got a real distinct synthesizer sound. I've been banging my head trying to get it into a Korg M1 sound synthesizer, and it's been really difficult. They're not really made for that kind of sound. So here we are in front of the SQ80, which is absolutely spot on the way to get that sound. So I'm going to show you how to do it. Really, the trick for that sound is you sync the oscillators. It's kind of a lost art. People don't really do this with their synthesizers anymore. There's kind of a rebirth of that stuff where there's synthesizers with knobs and everything. Anyway, so this is what I'm starting with. It's a square wave. So it's a square wave, so it doesn't quite sound like it, but here's the notes. So that's just the intro riff. So that's the right notes, but it doesn't quite sound like it. So you can see I hit the compare here. So here's what I dialed in. So that kind of, kind of got that growl thing going on. So let me show you how to get that on an SQ80. Maybe you can use this in whatever synth you got. If you got an SQ80, it's really easy. So kind of the key to it is in the mode section, you got to sync the oscillators. That's the key to the sound, is syncing the oscillators. So that means that when they start, they immediately the minute you press a key, they immediately sync up to each other. That's better heard than understood. So here's Oscillator 1. Oscillator 1 is the square wave. You can use a sawtooth as well. You can see that the octave is down one. There's really not a lot special going on. You got LFOs modifying it. The cool thing is that it's not off by semitone. There's a little fine tuning. Okay, so here we go to Oscillator 2. This is the one that syncs to it. This one, you can see the octave, going back to 1, it's a negative octave. This one is a plus octave, plus I got a semitone up by 10, fine by 3, and the key to it is you're modifying it with envelope 2. So when you press the key, it immediately syncs the oscillator, so it takes the octave plus 1 down to negative 1. So there's an immediate kind of wow that goes on. And that's because it's syncing up the notes of it. So let's run over to envelope 2 so you can see it. The level I've got for 63, the time for it's 29, level 2 is 26, time is 45. So that's the thing that syncs that tuning of it. So the tune of the note that you hit immediately jacks down from plus 1 to sync with oscillator 1, so you get that kind of growl thing going on. The level on both oscillators, at least in the SQ80, they're called different things, but the DCA in the SQ80, there's 63 and 63 for each one. And then the filter, I've got it set for 73, resonance of 15. That's modified by envelope 1 and the keyboard as well. There's some mods on it. And then the final volume 63. So that's really it. The key thing, again, is just mode. You got to synchronize the oscillators. So let me play it for you one more time again, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. And you can hear that I'm doing the modulation wheel right there for the A. So that's how you get that kind of sound on an SQ80. I did it in like under 5 minutes, and I've been spending like a lot of time on this newer synthesizer trying to do it. Maybe there's a way to do it. I just haven't figured out through all the banks and menus to get this stuff. On the older keyboards, particularly ones where everything's right there at your fingertips, it's really easy to grab the two oscillators, make sure they're synchronized, pick yourself a square wave or a sawtooth, and go to town. That's the easy way to get that 1980 sound. So grab yourself an SQ80, get yourself an SQ8L, which is the VST plugin that sounds just like an SQ80, and you'll be able to dial in this kind of sound and all kinds of other 80 sounds that are kind of hard to to get exactly on some of the newer synths. So good luck.